Okay, I'm going to talk about a game on the NES called Megafoot. Not many people have ever heard of this because it's quite new. It was released in 2014 and only 18 copies were made. It's to coincide with a film called Megafoot, which was made as a crowd-funded project on Indiegogo, which shows that there are other crowdfunding sources other than Kickstarter. This particular reward was if you paid $150, they were giving away 25 copies of a NES game, and only 18 were claimed in the end. It's a pretty good, rare game to have. But what did they make in the end? They made nearly $20,000 for the entire project, which they were actually after $35,000, but for some reason it went ahead. I'm sure with Kickstarter it wouldn't have gone ahead if they didn't reach their goal. But anyway, it finished in April 2014. It's now October 2015 and there's still no sign of the film yet, so I don't know if it's ever going to be made, but at least I've got this game. I'll show you how it came first, the packaging. Well, it came in this all the way from the US to the UK, so I wasn't happy about that because it's not very good protection for a NES game. Here's the box. As you can see, it's not bad. It's not bad quality, but it's pretty flimsy. It's not proper, tough card like the original NES games. It did get a little bit crushed in the post. Not too bad though, not too bad. But the back there looks pretty decent. Yeah, there's no instructions with it, unfortunately, but as if they're going to print instructions for 18 copies. One of these came with it, sleeve and a poly insert. Looks similar. It's not exactly the same dimensions as an original one. I'll show you the cart as well, which is quite interesting. I took the liberty of unscrewing it. Let's hope I can get it out of my NES without falling apart. Right, here's the cart. Megafoot. Pretty poor print quality, bad gluing. I think it was made on a original NES game. Well, it was. I'll switch that off because I think it's messing with the light. Yeah, so if we open it up, you can see that it was made. They took an old NES game and they did some pretty funky wiring with it. Now I don't know what the hell they did to it, but it's a pretty good job. I don't know how it works, but it works. They just did that with an existing cartridge. It was actually quite dirty, the contacts. They didn't give it a proper clean. Well, they might have cleaned it, but not to my standard. I like to give them a good clean. What else came in the box was a kind of poster, but quite tough one, which I think they really used as protection for the game in the post. I've got a poster so you can show off to all your friends. Oh, careful. Oh, it's been signed as well. That's pretty cool. Signed by the creators, who one day will be famous when this film's actually released. Where is it? There you go, signature. Okay, that's nice of them. They signed it. I'll have to find out the name actually. What's the names? Give them credit where credit's due. Justin Martell. Yeah. He's done some films, ones I've never heard of, so obviously makes budget films. I haven't seen any of them, but yeah, they're out there to watch. What I also got was a t-shirt. Actually in large size, not extra large as they normally do when they assume you're a gamer. They assume that you're extra large and fat and sweaty. And it says crew, so that's probably what they had printed off for everyone working on the film. Right, so yeah, since I've explained the film so thoroughly, the game itself, I was pretty impressed when I saw it at first. The animation is really good, and it's really fast as well. The scrolling's really fast. And yeah, I was impressed since there was only potentially 25 copies going to be made, and actually 18 were distributed at the end. I thought, you know, that's a lot of effort. Until I found out that it's not actually an original game. It's just a copy of an unreleased game called Force Ape, is it? Yeah, Force Ape. And that game was cancelled. It was going to come out late on in the NES's life, and it was cancelled. Probably because it wasn't very good, or it just wasn't worth the money. And it was later leaked. The prototype came out, and it was dumped on ROM, so you can get it to play anyway. So what these guys have done is stolen that ROM and just changed the title screen basically. I'll give you a quick demo, show what it's like. But yeah, I wasn't really. It's kind of a bit gutting that, you know, they didn't actually do anything. Look what they've done here. They just put Megafoot when it just said Force Ape. That's about all they did. So yeah, but I like the fact that there's only 18 copies out there, and I've got one of them. Okay, let's have a look at the game. The Big Sumo Wrestler. Oh, whoa! See the animation here? That's pretty impressive. I like that. And he's tumbling. Now, he's got some wrestling moves, which is pretty cool. Although you don't really need to be doing beating people up on this. It looks like a beat 'em up, but it's not really. But look how fast it moves. That is fast. But the levels are so confusing. You just don't know what you're doing half the time. Yeah, dropping, falling, moving. It looks like I'm back at the beginning, but you're just lost all the time. But he's so fast, and you can roll as well. Roll. But they're pretty poor controls when it comes to jumping. Platforming's pretty atrocious. Now if you pause, there's your map split up into quadrants. I don't know why, but it's so confusing. You haven't got a clue what's going on. So the map's pretty useless. So you're left to just try things out and fail. It's not difficult in the terms of dying, but it's annoying that if you do die, you start from the beginning. Not just of the level, of the whole game. Now, there's only 3 levels on this game anyway, so it is very short. But the last level is such a twat. It's so annoying. Let's see some moves. Do a move. Come on, Bigfoot. Suplex. There's a lot of jumps on this though that just so difficult, and they ruin the game for you. They make you go back really far back into the level, and then you've got to go again and try and do it. There's one part on the third level where I must have done it 100 times, and it takes about 2 minutes to get back to the same place. But it is an interesting game, and thankfully it is only 3 levels, so you can do it. That was a good move, wasn't it? Right, so that's about it on Megafoot. I'll be doing another gameplay video where I'll do a full run just to show you all the way through, and you know, maybe you'll see that there's differences with Force Ape. I don't know, because I haven't played that game, fortunately. But yeah, I'm not going to play that just to make comparisons, because I really don't like this game. But let's just hope that it's worth the $150 that I put into it, which equates to about 100 British pounds, which is a shitload of money now I'm thinking about it. But I'm a sucker for limited edition stuff, so hopefully it'll work out in the end. Okay, there you go. Megafoot!